All right, guys, did I keep you in suspense long enough? Well, guess what? In this video, we are going to talk about cloud deployment models. Yeah, there's a lot to get through, so let's get started. All right, so you know about cloud computing, and in cloud computing, we have access to a shared pool of computer resources. We've got servers, storage, programs, and so on, right up there in the cloud. You simply need to request additional resources when you require them. Sounds good. Getting resources up and running quickly is a breeze thanks to that cloud service computing. But also, it's possible to release resources when they're no longer necessary. So this method allows you to just pay for what you use. So your cloud provider is in charge of all the upkeep. It functions as a virtual computing environment with a deployment architecture that varies depending on the amount of data that you want to store and who has access to all that infrastructure. So we'll take a walk through the cloud deployment model because this identifies the specific type of cloud environment based on ownership, scale, and access, as well as the cloud's nature and purpose. So the location of servers you're utilizing and who controls them are defined by a cloud deployment model. It specifies how your cloud infrastructure will look, what you can change, and whether or not you'll be given services or will have to create everything yourself. Relationships between the infrastructure and your users are also defined by cloud deployment types. Let's check out a few of the different types of cloud computing deployment models. We've got the public cloud, the private cloud, a hybrid cloud, community cloud, and multi-cloud. We'll start with the public cloud, because this is what makes it possible for anybody to access systems and services. The public cloud may be less secure because it's open for everyone. The public cloud is the one in which cloud infrastructure services are provided over the internet to the general people or major industry groups. The infrastructure in this cloud model is owned by the entity that delivers cloud services, not by the consumer. So it's a type of cloud hosting that allows customers and users to easily access systems and services. So this form of cloud computing is an excellent example of cloud hosting, in which service providers supply services to a variety of customers. So it's through this arrangement, storage backup and retrieval services are given for free as a subscription or on a per-use basis. An example would be Google App Engine. Some of the advantages of the public cloud model include minimal investment. Because it's a pay-per-use service, there's no substantial upfront fee, making it excellent for enterprises that require immediate access to resources. No setup cost. The entire infrastructure is fully subsidized by the cloud service providers, so there's no need to set up any hardware. Infrastructure management is not required. Using the public cloud does not necessitate infrastructure management. No maintenance. The maintenance work is done by the service provider, not by the user. Dynamic scalability. To fulfill your company's needs, on-demand resources are accessible. When it comes to the private cloud, well, this deployment model is the exact opposite of the public cloud deployment model. It's a one-on-one environment for a single user. That would be the customer. There's no need to share your hardware with anyone else. The distinction between private and public cloud is in how you handle all the hardware. It's also called the internal cloud because it refers to the ability to access systems and services within a given border or organization. The cloud platform is implemented in a cloud-based secure environment, is protected by powerful firewalls and under the strict supervision of an organization's IT department. The private cloud gives the greater flexibility of control over cloud resources. And just as you may have guessed, there are some advantages to the private cloud model. Better control. So you are the sole owner of the property. You gain complete command over service integration, IT operations, policies, and user behavior. Data security and privacy. It's suitable for storing corporate information to which only authorized staff have access. By segmenting resources within the same infrastructure, improved access and security can be achieved. You get to support legacy systems. So this approach is designed to work with legacy systems that are unable to access the public cloud. Customization. Now, unlike a public cloud deployment, a private cloud allows a company to tailor its solution to meet its specific needs. So what about the hybrid cloud? Well, by bridging the public and private worlds with a layer of proprietary software, hybrid cloud computing gives the best of both worlds. With a hybrid solution, you may host the app in a safe environment while taking advantage of the public cloud's cost savings. Organizations can move data and applications between different clouds using a combination of 2 or more cloud deployment methods, depending on their needs. So some of those advantages of this hybrid cloud model would include flexibility and control. Yeah, so businesses with more flexibility can design personalized solutions that meet their particular needs. Cost. Because public clouds provide for scalability, you'll only be responsible for paying for the extra capacity if you require it. Security. Because data is properly separated, the chances of data theft by attackers are considerably reduced. But this leads us to the community cloud. So it's a community cloud that allows systems and services to be accessible by a group of organizations. It's a distributed system that's created by integrating the services of different clouds to address the specific needs of a community, industry, or business. So the infrastructure of the community could be shared between the organization which has shared concerns or tasks. It's generally managed by a third party or by the combination of one or more organizations within the community. Now, some of the advantages of the community cloud model include cost effectiveness. Yeah, it's cost effective because the cloud is shared by multiple organizations or communities. Security, because the community cloud provides better security. Shared resources. So it obviously allows you to share resources and infrastructure, all of that with multiple organizations. Collaboration and data sharing. So it's suitable for both collaboration as well as data sharing. So with the multi-cloud, we're talking about employing multiple cloud providers at the same time under this paradigm. This name would imply that, right? So it is similar to the hybrid cloud deployment approach, but this combines public and private cloud resources. But instead of merging private and public clouds, multi-cloud uses many public clouds. Although public cloud providers provide numerous tools to improve the reliability of their own services, mishaps are still possible and will occur. Now, it's quite rare that 2 distinct clouds would have an incident at the very same moment. So as a result, multi-cloud deployment improves the high availability of your services even more. Let's dig into some of the other advantages. You can mix and match the best features of each cloud provider's services to suit the demands of your apps, workloads, and business by choosing different cloud providers. You can reduce latency. In order to reduce latency and improve user experience, you can choose cloud regions and zones that are closer to your clients. We talked about high availability of service because it is quite rare that 2 distinct clouds would have an incident at the same moment. However, the possibility still exists. So the multi-cloud deployment improves the high availability of your services. Now, we've talked about a lot of advantages. It's time to discuss these. Some of the disadvantages of the public cloud model would include data security and privacy concerns. Because it's open to the public, it does not provide complete protection against cyber attacks and may expose weaknesses. Maybe issues with reliability. Because the same server network is accessible to a wide range of users, it makes it also susceptible to failure and outages. Limitation on service or license. So while there are numerous resources that you may share with renters, there is a limit on how much you can use. To discuss the disadvantages of the hybrid cloud model would include maintenance. A hybrid cloud computing strategy may necessitate additional maintenance, resulting in a greater operational expense for your company, and also might include difficult integration. So in constructing a hybrid cloud, data and application integration might be difficult. It's also true that combining two or more infrastructures will offset a significant upfront cost. And a few disadvantages of the private cloud model could include restricted scalability. Private clouds have restricted scalability because they are scaled within the confines of internal hosted resources. The choice of underlying hardware has an impact on scalability. Higher cost. So due to the benefits that you would receive, your investment will be higher than the public cloud because you got to pay for software, hardware, and staffing, etc. So, my friends, now you know more about the cloud deployment models than you did before. But stay tuned, we've got a lot more in store in the next video.